So what's up, guys? It's the Midget Army here, and today we're going to be talking about one of the guns that I think if you haven't implemented into your Warzone strategy yet, you're absolutely missing out. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into a Warzone lobby, jump into the gunsmith, and then we'll get on it. So here we are. This is my typical Warzone class that I'm playing with now. Obviously, you can see, as we'll get back to the primary here in a second. We all know that this is the Bruen LMG. We can go back to that here in a second. First, I want to talk about the rest of my class. First, I've got the Strela P as my secondary, and the only reason that I'm using that as a secondary as opposed to an SMG or a sniper or anything like that is because I run into too many situations where vehicles are coming way too close, and it's just easy kills. And I choose the Strela P over the RPG because the Strela actually shoots not only way faster, but it does a whole lot more damage to vehicles. So second, I've got our perks here. I'm running EOD, Ghost, and Amped. Lethal, I've got a C4, and the Tactical, I've got a heartbeat sensor. So I've got the monolithic suppressor, the XRK Horizon 23-inch barrel. I've got the Ranger foregrip, the 60 round mags, and the VLK 3.0X optic. We'll start with the XRK Horizon barrel. Now, the reason that I chose this barrel as opposed to the XRK Summit is mostly due to the simple fact that I have seen evidence of the XRK Summit barrel and the Horizon. The XRK Summit is supposed to add a little bit of recoil control, and I've actually seen multiple tests where it does really nothing noticeable. So in my personal opinion, I think that it's much better to have the shorter barrel for a little bit more mobility as opposed to the Summit, the 26.8-inch barrel. And then the two range values are actually basically the same. So the next attachment that I really want to talk about is the 60 round mag attachment for the Bruen. Now, the reason that I am absolutely going with this, and I'm probably never going to change it, is because the reload speed of the 60 round mags is actually only about a second and a half as opposed to 5 seconds. So it's far too much time to be out of a fight, especially if you're using an LMG the way it's supposed to be, which is basically a support class. Now, the next attachment that I really want to talk about here, a lot of people will probably go somewhere else with this particular attachment, but I prefer the Ranger foregrip because I tend to use this between 80 and 150 meters. So I prefer having that lower little bit of recoil as opposed to the stabilization. Now, I think that the stabilization of the Bruen is pretty good, the left to right bounce. Since I am shooting at a little bit further of a range, I like to have that vertical stability. I like to have it a little more flat, if that makes any sense. Well, honestly, the last two attachments that I'm going to be talking about is the monolithic suppressor and the VLK 3.0X optic. Now, the reason that I chose to go with the monolithic suppressor is simply because it gives you more range. And like I said, if you're using an LMG the way that it's supposed to be used, that LMG is going to be more of a support class. You're probably not going to be up close and personal with the rest of the fights because you'll get shredded by any assault rifle or SMG in the game. So it's better when you play with an LMG to hang a little bit further back. So for that reason, I'd like my bullets to hit the target a little bit faster, and I would like a little bit more range out of my weapon. So I absolutely go with the monolithic suppressor. And then the optic, honestly, it's completely up to you. I go with the VLK 3.0X optic only because that dot is so small. It's really minimal, and I can focus on getting the target right in the middle of the crosshair. So the optic is your personal preference. Honestly, you could really use anything you want. Now, this is my primary Warzone setup. This is exactly what I've been using for any typical Warzone game, but I actually have two different classes. Now, you want a duplicate of a certain class where you change one attachment and you have fully loaded instead. So for that other class, basically I've just taken off the Ranger foregrip and substituted it with the fully loaded perk. That way, whenever I drop in, I have max ammo. I'm not worried about any fights because I can handle them. So with that being said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay and show you guys exactly why I think that this gun is so overpowered. It's just steady. It hits hard at multiple different ranges. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Guess we're going boneyard.
Going down to the boneyard.
It's going to be a good old-fashioned hootenanny.
Hold down.
Hootenanny.
Hold down. Alright, I'm bailing off that search.
Don't stop there. I'm on my way. Just give me a few more seconds.
Watch my back.
Downed one.
Just jumped over the wall.
Then another one over here.
Ah, what a dick. He didn't even bother trying to fight. Like, he just tried, he went straight to kill you.
Let's go, man.
Got guys moving in, moving in.
Another one.
Another one coming up. He's orange mark, hot mark.
Whatever.
He's so hurt over there. There's two up, legit. There's two up. There's one by the truck. I'm getting sniped at.
Yeah! Bring it! Bring it all! Alright, Hugh, I'm gonna grab loadout and run back to you.
Okay. I got a quarter till I'm dead.
You good.
Made it! Just hold still!
I feel like this is something out of like a horror movie, just watching Huey run from a super far distance. She's about to blow. Oh,
This clown using duct tape holding that thing together.
I don't even know what to say to that analogy that you just gave.
I was just like, my
You see how I got ignored it?
like,
Just ignored it like, just keep talking. Just keep talking.
It wasn't put together very well.
Look at him, he's in the open. Oh, regretted that one real quick.
They just used the store.
He's dug down in this window right here. Down to clean him.
Nice. I gotta reload!
Breathing air. Blinking eyes. Blinking one eye.
Mike pushed me off the stairs, you sorry mother.
I would have said to watch your fucking mouth again, but Mike has already made the clown analogy. Yeah, I wouldn't put it beyond someone to hide back here.
Fully loaded and pick up the same gun, or oh, someone's sneaking up behind you, man. Oh, fucking Brian, I couldn't see his name. Last second, my bad.
There's someone moving up to that loadout though. There he is.
I see him from here. There's a whole squad going.
Yeah,
to that
full
loadout.
squad.
Full squad, full squad.
Broke armor on two of them.
Let's get out of here.
Son of a bitch.
Let's rotate right.
They're right here.
We had to rotate. They dropped a cluster strike on us.
I don't have no more.
Got one straight ahead. That smoke just blinded me. Down one. He's thirsted.
Oh,
There's another one? Where's he at? Oh, come on!
Downed him.
I just fucking died right now.
He's one shot.
Yeah, no, he's down.
Brian!
He's down.
Brian, there's so many people here!
Pick us up. Crawl out into the gas, not into the gas.
I'm reloading.
Where you at? Why are you
Healing armor.
Now I'm gonna need a pickup, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's dropped. There's another guy there.
He's right here.
Oh, I broke his armor.
I downed him, and then right when I picked y'all both up, I walked in and I heard, hello! So he self-revived.
I want to know how they got their fourth. That guy that we downed at, like, right at loadout drop. Me, Brian, and Huey downed somebody, and I put like 4 or 5 shots into him.
Oh, he was gone.
He didn't get finished off. I know that he still needed to be rezzed, and then when we had to move to the right, somehow they still picked him up.
That's crazy.
Didn't do too bad.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
What place did we get?
I don't remember what place we got, but I know I got 5 kills, 2,800 damage. I guess that's Mike underneath me, 4 with 2,150. This Bruen's a beast, though.
Yo.